With this 504 plan, we are going to eliminate a basic fear, and that is the fear of sending your child to school and hoping that they get what they need to help them make it. Hi, I'm Coach Bell from Regal Awakening Educational Coaching Services. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today we are going to be talking about 504 plans. What are they? What purpose do they serve? How can they be of benefit to you as you educate your child? But before we get started, we are going to go into the coffee corner. Now, today I have this Michigan EOC. The EOC is an acronym for the 8 o'clock coffee company. Now, when I chose this coffee specifically because it has the cherry pie flavor in it. And I was curious and I wanted to see what it was about. So when I opened it up, the first thing that I did was smell it because I wanted to see if there was an aroma of cherry. When I smelled it, I was very pleased. It has a distinct smell. You can smell the different flavorings that's contained within the coffee grounds. So I am very excited to taste this. I already have my cup made with my cream and sugar in it. And of course, I am going to taste it with you. Let's see. Hmm. Okay, it's different, it's unique. I like the after flavoring. I do. I do. I think I can taste the cherry. This is a cup of coffee that I would have on a special evening if I wanted something different from my usual. Am I willing to dump Dunkin' Donuts coffee for it? No. However, I would allow it into my staple of special coffees. Maybe I want a different taste today. I want to taste something different. Then I will pull it out. It's good. It's good, but it won't replace Dunkin'. I haven't found that replacement yet. Okay, so today we are talking about 504 plans and what they are. And this is what I would like for you to understand. Normally in our community, if you ask a parent about a 504 plan, a lot of people will not know what it is. What's a 504 plan? I never heard of that before. Some people may look at it as a negative thing. It may have a negative connotation with them. They are afraid that it is something that will put a label on their child. But I am coming here today to give you facts about a 504 plan to possibly help dispel some of those myths and disbeliefs. Historically, there is a significant amount of mistrust for the educational system, and this is because, naturally, because of the history that the school system has played in the community. There's not a great deal of trust in a community for the kids to get the education that they need. Um, Typically, the parents can have a lot of questions that they don't understand the answers to, and there is not a lot of knowledge on the different methods that the parents can navigate through this educational system. As a result, a lot of parents just end up putting their kids on the school bus, and their kids go to school, and whatever they get, that's what they get. And it's not that the parent doesn't care, it's just that the parent really doesn't know how to do anything different. They don't know the ins and outs like other communities. There are some communities that can navigate in, out, upside down, throughout the education system to make it work for their kids. So basically, what we're needing to do is to get knowledge and understanding of the different things that are available to our kids so that they too can maximize and get the best out of the educational system. With the mistrust for the educational system, it gets exacerbated by the lack of knowledge because the lack of trust has stopped us from going deeper into the system and to learn the different things that are put into place that could be advantage to our kids if they do need the help. With this 504 plan, we are going to eliminate a basic fear, and that is the fear of sending your child to school and hoping that they get what they need to help them make it through. With the 504 in place, you can rest assured that your child is going to receive any type of assistance that they need in school, and this document is going to be upheld by the law. For example, let's say that Johnny has a kidney disease and Johnny needs to go to the bathroom at the top of every hour. So at the beginning of the school year, you're going to send a note to Johnny's teacher, and you're going to say Johnny has kidney disease. Johnny has to go to the bathroom at the top of every hour. As an educator, I can tell you that the teacher is probably going to forget. First of all, at the beginning of the school year, the teachers are learning everybody. Johnny is not completely cemented in the teacher's head. It takes time for them to get to know the students and get to understand what their different needs are. So the likelihood that your note may be kind of forgotten by the time the teacher learns who Johnny is great. Um, Jeannie can't see the board from so far across the room, so Jeannie needs to sit up close. So you send a note to the teacher. If Jeannie is shy and doesn't want to talk to her teacher, she may not say, remember my mom sent you a note that says I need to sit close to the board because I can't see far away. So she may just sit there and lack. And then when she comes home and tells you she can't see the board, you start to get upset because you don't understand why this teacher is not doing what you asked the teacher to do. Or Teresa is having surgery on her leg. She needs to ride around the school in a wheelchair so that she can have mobility. And because she's in a wheelchair, she needs to get on the school elevator, which is typically forbidden towards students. But that's the only way that Teresa is going to be able to get up and down from the different floors in the school. And she may also need to leave class a few minutes early so that she won't be late getting to all of her classes. Well, I am here to tell you all that the answer that you are seeking is a 504 plan. So, a 504 plan is basically intended to give students with disabilities, and when we say disabilities, don't think about it in a negative way. It's just a situation that affects the student's ability to perform normally as they normally would in a regular day-to-day setting. It's not that they're mentally incapacitated or anything. They just may have a slight issue that they need to overcome to get through the day. The 504 plan changes the learning environment to enable students to learn alongside their peers without singling them out, without making them feel like something's wrong with them. They're self-conscious about it. It just aligns their day-to-day activities to fit in as it normally would. We must not get the IEP confused with the 504 plan. The IEP, the Individual Education Plan, is different from the 504. The IEP plan goes along with students that have special education services. So if your child is already an EC student, then they will have an IEP plan that will give them modifications to fit their different needs. A 504 plan is for students that are not in the special education services program, but they still need accommodations. Certain conditions, for instance, that are conditions that are covered: diabetes, epilepsy. The child may have specific allergies. For instance, the peanut allergies are a big thing. So maybe your child can't sit in the cafeteria with the other students and risk being around peanuts and having an allergy attack. So they will probably have a certain spot that they sit at in the cafeteria. Disabilities such as limp, paralysis, blindness, deafness, disabilities that people can't normally just look and see, like invisible, hidden disabilities such as low vision, poor hearing, heart disease, chronic illness that's not so obvious. Students can get a 504 plan for ADHD if the ADHD affects their ability to learn in school. In order to get a 504 plan for your child, a medical diagnosis is required. However, if you do not have a medical diagnosis, you can still get in contact with your guidance office and get the 504 plan for your child. But there will probably have to be a more thorough and involved process in order to get that 504 plan approved for your child. The 504 plan is upheld by law. The name of the law is the Section 504 of the Rehabilitation Act of 1973, which is where the name comes from, the 504. This is a federal civil rights law that was designed to stop discrimination against people with disabilities. In order to get the 504, there are two requirements that the students must meet. The child has any disability. Section 504 covers a wide range of different struggles in school. The disability must interfere with the child's ability to learn in a general education classroom. It says that a disability must substantially limit one or more basic life activity. This can include learning, reading, communicating, thinking. That's why a child who doesn't qualify for an IEP might still be able to get a 504 plan. The 504 team primarily consists of the child's parent or the caregiver, general and special education teachers, and the school principal. So this is a small meeting amongst a very minimum amount of people. It doesn't include the children's teachers as an IEP would. When you have an IEP meeting, all of the child's teachers are there and everything. So this is a less formal type of a meeting, and you all get together and you discuss the child's needs, and you will get those needs met. As previously stated, this document is held up by law, and the school will do whatever that they need to do to ensure that the child receives the services that are needed. When your child is on the 504 plan, they are going to get a document from the guidance counselors, and this document is going to go in their list of all of their students that have IEPs and 504 plans. This will ensure that wherever your child is needs is written, and it gets enforced. So if your child is not getting the services, they can't go to the bathroom at the top of every hour as needed, but they have a 504 plan, you can contact that teacher and say, do you know that Johnny has a 504 plan and that he needs to go to the restroom at the beginning of every hour? And with this 504 plan being in place, you have a guarantee that that need for your child is going to get met. As I said before, this eliminates the stress and the worry of, is my child getting what they need? But now you can have a guarantee that your child is getting the needs and the services that they need. I'm Coach Bev. I'm from Regal Awakening Educational Coaching Services. You can go to the website at regalawakening.com. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram at Regal Awakening. And if you like this video, please like it and subscribe. And you can feel free at any time to leave a comment. I thank you very much for your time, and I hope that you have a good day. Thank you.